Welcome to Genius Connect. Please subscribe and share.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatima Bora and I teach social science at Jai International School. My topic for today is power sharing. Power sharing, as the word itself suggests, means sharing of power. Now this sharing of power is done between different social groups, between different levels of the society, between different political parties and even within a particular government. We are going to study the essential features of power sharing and particularly the importance of power sharing with two examples. One example is of a country which lies very next to the Indian coast, that is the Sri Lanka. So one of our neighbors, we are going to study about that, and the other example is of a small country in Europe, Belgium. Now these two countries, Sri Lanka and Belgium, face similar situations, but the way in which they shared power or they implemented power sharing was different, and this is what made them different. Now in Belgium, if we take this example of Belgium, what happened is that the capital of Belgium, which is Brussels, had the concentration that there are two communities living in Belgium, the French-speaking people and the Dutch-speaking people. Now in the remaining part, that is in the entire Belgium, the majority is of the Flemish Dutch-speaking people, and the French-speaking people are in a minority. 59% people speak Dutch and the remaining speak French. And whereas if you talk about Brussels, which is the capital of Belgium, 80% people speak French and the remaining 20% speak Dutch. So as you must have observed that the remaining Belgium has the division that more people speak French and more people speak Dutch and less people speak French. But in the capital, French speaking are in the majority and the Dutch speaking are in the minority. And there is just 1% of the population, a complete minority, which speaks German. But that is not the issue, because the main problem was between the French and the Dutch speaking people. Now to solve this problem, Belgium implemented a model of power sharing. They felt that in every aspect of political scenario, in every way in which the political decisions would be taken, which eventually affect the people's daily life, the division would be done in a very thorough manner, giving a 50-50 division to the people. That means in every sense, complete half and half division would be seen implemented in the power sharing model of Belgium. Now what was observed is that Belgium gave equal preference to two languages, that is French and Dutch. So if a person wanted to apply for a government job, he could choose his language preference, French or Dutch. Same way, if a person wanted to go and grab higher education, the same thing would be provided to them. And in any manner, there was no discrimination evident between the French and the Dutch. The Dutch and the French were treated as equal in the country. And this is what led to a very happy, healthy relation between the different communities, and there was no fight in Belgium. Belgium emerged as a model of power sharing for other nations to follow. Now taking the other example of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka also there were two communities. One was the Sinhalese, that is the original Sri Lankan communities, and the other were the Tamils. The Tamilians had actually migrated from India, that is Tamil Nadu, to Sri Lanka when the British rule was going on. When the British rule was going on, the Britishers now and then needed a lot of indentured labor. Indentured labor particularly meant that bonded labor which the Britishers made them sign and then transported them to places where labor was required. India was definitely a place where labor was available in abundant quantities, and the Britishers time and again used to transport people to different places, even the Fiji Islands, Trinidad, West Indies and even Sri Lanka. So when people from Tamil Nadu migrated to Sri Lanka for this labor at that point of time, and then later on they went on living over there for a matter of years and centuries, and eventually when India and Sri Lanka both got independence, India got its independence in 1947, Sri Lanka in 1948. After that, these Tamilians refused to come back, because for them now Sri Lanka was their home. That was their home country, and they did not wish to come back to India. So they decided in living in Sri Lanka. But the Sri Lankan government did not give them their rights. They did not implement the power sharing model that Belgium had so effectively done. They started discriminating in everyday life. They started making the Tamilians realize that they are never and will never be a part of Sri Lanka. They divided they only gave importance to Sinhalese. They declared Sinhalese as the official language. Only 18% were the people who spoke Tamil, and the remaining all spoke Sinhalese. So that is a Sri Lankan language. So when in every sphere Sinhalese was given importance, be it a government job, be it any other place, Sinhalese was considered the prime language and it was given importance. The people who spoke Tamil, it was difficult for them to get admission into the Sinhalese schools, it was difficult for them to get jobs, and hence eventually a lot of frustration built up in them, and they started fighting with the government, leading to civil riots and a complete disruption of the civil rights. So this is how power sharing is important. If effectively planned, power sharing can really improve the country both economically and the general life of the country. And if it's not done properly, then what happened with the Sri Lankans? The country's civil life could get disrupted, and also it could lead to a drop down in the economic sector. Thank you.
I hope you all would have enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Genius Connect and put on the notification to receive more such videos. Like and share this video too. Thanks for watching.